Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we've stumbled upon something pretty amazing. A single source that turns out to be a gold mine holding the key to over 29,000 government jobs.
So, you're looking for a new job, right? It can be a real grind. You're bouncing between websites, polishing your profile, trying to keep everything straight. Honestly, it's exhausting.
But what if I told you that right now there are more than 29,000 government job vacancies just waiting to be filled? I mean, that is a staggering number of opportunities for a stable, meaningful career.
And the craziest part? It's where we found all of them listed together. It wasn't some massive online job board or a fancy government portal. Nope, it was somewhere a lot more old school.
Let's kick things off with the biggest category by a long shot: roles in national security and defense. Judging by the sheer volume of jobs here, it's clear there's a huge focus on strengthening the country's safety and security right now.
And when I say huge, I mean it. The Staff Selection Commission has an absolutely massive opening for over 25,000 positions. This isn't just a small hiring event, it's a major nationwide recruitment drive. And here are the specifics. We're talking about roles like constable and rifleman, which are really the backbone of our security forces. The salary is pretty competitive, and with a deadline at the very end of the year, you've actually got some time to get your application ready.
But that's not all. The Intelligence Bureau is also looking for 362 people to fill multitasking staff roles. Now, these are the essential support jobs that keep our intelligence agencies ticking, and you'll want to pay attention to that deadline. It's coming up really fast on December 14th.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the financial sector. If a career in security isn't quite your speed, maybe your role helping to manage the country's economic engine is. Let's see what's on the table.
First up, Oriental Insurance has 300 spots open for administrative officers. This is a really fantastic opportunity, especially for recent graduates and post-grads, to get their foot in the door of a stable public sector company.
And then in banking, Bank of Baroda is looking for 82 managers. What's super interesting here is the age range they've specified, from 25 all the way up to 52. That tells you they're looking for a great mix of fresh talent and seasoned professionals.
So, let's break that down. You've got two really different opportunities in the same industry. Oriental Insurance is a high-volume entry point for grads, while Bank of Baroda is clearly targeting experienced managers. It just goes to show you the variety of roles that are out there.
All right, for all you tech and engineering folks, this next section is for you. We're talking about the jobs that build and maintain the country's infrastructure, literally the nuts and bolts that keep everything moving forward.
And wow, look at that number. The railways are on a major hiring spree with over 2,800 engineering positions open. That's a huge push to bring fresh technical skills into one of our most vital systems.
These junior engineer positions are perfect for people early in their careers, with an age limit that goes up to 33. It's a chance to work on projects that have a real national impact. But keep an eye on that deadline. December 12th is just around the corner.
And then there's BCIL, which is a whole different story. They're hiring for 18 varied roles, everything from drivers to medical physicists. And look at the eligibility. It spans from an 8th grade pass all the way to a graduate degree, which is pretty incredible.
Okay, so we've seen the big numbers. Now let's zoom in on some really specific, high-impact jobs for people in the scientific community. These might not have thousands of openings, but the work they do can be game-changing.
This is just a perfect example of how there are opportunities even in super specialized fields. The Indian Council of Medical Research needs one scientist, and the Forest Department is looking for one research professional. Yeah, just one opening for each, but these are for the true experts.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground: security, finance, engineering, science. So you've seen the jobs. What do you do now? Here's how to take action before these deadlines pass you by. It's a pretty straightforward three-step process. First, always go to the official website. Second, and I can't stress this enough, carefully verify every single eligibility requirement. And third, get that application submitted online before the cutoff. Attention to detail is everything here.
And this timeline really shows you why you need to move fast. Look at these dates. Several of these deadlines are in the next couple of weeks. For jobs at Bexel, ICMR, and Bank of Baroda, you basically need to get on it right now.
So what's the bottom line? There are thousands of government jobs up for grabs across all sorts of different fields. But the deadlines are coming up quick, and you have to use the official websites to get the real story. It's just amazing to think all this was hiding on one page of a newspaper.
So we've laid out the map for you, all from one surprising source. We've shown you the doors into defense, finance, engineering, and research. The next step in your career journey? Well, that's completely up to you.